Tuesday, April 30th, and we're up here for a little bit tonight, going to continue working on these closeouts for the interior. And we're gonna figure out the screwing down of this part right here, and also going to probably put a little bit more of a bend in both sides of this, just a little bit, because they want to pick up, and especially this one in the back. If you have that front down, and this back end picks up. Unless I'm missing something where that gets held down. I haven't seen anything, but we're gonna look at it and see. But yeah, I'll do a little bit of work on that, and still we're thinking on these side closeouts that go over the top of that. We've got probably a pretty fair chunk of metal work we need to do there, because we've got to make room for those cables where they come out underneath, where they come up and go up behind the panel. We need to make some room for that. So we'll get to work on this, see what we get for tonight. All right, if you're doing like I did and use stringer material in this closeout instead of, well, I think you probably would have had to trim it anyways with the other stiffener that's in here. Anyway, where we put this is the outside on the pilot side, and the aileron cable was just rubbing on this just a little bit. So I just took a notch out of it right there, rounded all that out, did that on both sides, and we got plenty of clearance in there now for that aileron cable, nothing to worry about there. And looking at that over there, we are just a little bit tight on our wire bundle coming through here. It's just contacting this. I'll probably end up, what we did was I did one of those zip tie holders on the top and on the bottom of this wire bundle, and we kind of flattened this out and then put this zip tie around here. I took a piece of scat tube and just, without the wire, and peeled the string off it and just wrapped that around there just to give it a little bit of a cushion. But did that on there, and it's just contacting on there just a little bit. So either we'll have to look at the closeout that goes on here, this piece that covers all this. We might have to make a little bit of a gap in there and put some trim on it, and then might have to move that piece in a little bit. We'll see. We're still gonna contemplate this a little bit. We'll think on it and see what we can come up with on that. But that's pretty much what we got done. I guess this is closing it out for tonight. So yeah, when we come back, we'll continue on this interior closeout. So have a good evening. Wednesday, May 1st, happy May Day, and we're continuing on with this closeout here, these front closeouts. I think I said last night that we needed to figure something out here a little bit, and I did put this scat tubing, this scrap scat on here, but we might have to round this out just a little bit, which that might affect this closeout that goes on here. But we'll take a look and see, and I don't know, we'll see what else we can get done tonight. Okay, done for tonight, and we did start doing a little bit of trial fit up of this side kick panel here, and this piece as well. So we kind of got that stuff figured out, and we'll have to. We've already trimmed a little bit off the front of this kick panel with this, with it installed in here. It goes way up here, so obviously it doesn't accommodate our wiring, so we had to trim that back. And did see pictures that we had taken to the factory that looks like they kind of had to do the same thing. They had to trim that quite a ways back to fit everything in there. So we've got a little more work to do on that, but like I said, we've got this fit up here, and we got these screwed down to the floor for now, these control stick closeouts. But yeah, so that's where we ended up, and we'll pick it up again on the next one. Happy Star Wars Day. Hey, it's Saturday, May 4th, and we're continuing on with kick panels on the side there, so not much to say other than we are continuing to do that. And I think I mentioned the other day, I forgot to look at the review the video. You're going to see it, or you already saw it, but we trimmed some of that off, so we'll see what we get. Continuing to fit this up and work away at it. All right, we already did the closeout for the other side. I didn't video any of that. Wanted to get through that before I started concentrating on doing video stuff. So we've got this side kick panel here, and that goes on the inside and then hooks over this tube right here. And one thing about this is that it's kind of long, so what I did was I lined this up with where it intercepts the tab, that tab right there. And then we've got hoses, not hoses, we've got wiring that comes up, that curves up here. So we actually have to cut off this end of this kick panel. And then what I'll do is I will round this out here. I'll just put a round in here and clean that up and smooth it so that there's room for these cables in this pitot and AOA to come through here. So got that marked off where we're going to trim it. It's going to go about there to that line there, and then we'll go from there. Working through this side kick panel here, and a little bummed to find that this piece right here, I think they may have slightly misbent this. It's too low, so they bent it too far down here. What happens is it pushes this side kick panel down, and when we had lined up to drill the hole for the fuel valve, we did it without this on there, and so it ended up misaligning that. But we got that fixed. But it's just kind of a goofy part there. The other one fits really nice. The other thing I'm doing on this is not in the book. Okay, what you're supposed to do with this kick panel is there's a rubber trim that's on the edge of that floor pan where the flange goes down, and that trim fits up this way. You're supposed to tuck that into that rubber, the edge of that rubber trim, which I don't quite understand, because if you ever need to take this out, what you end up doing is this piece gets riveted to this, which gets riveted to this kick panel. And so when you take it out, the whole thing comes out as one assembly. Well, if that's tucked into that rubber trim down there, when you go to put this back in the first time, I have no idea how you would even begin to tuck that in there. All that to say, doing what same thing that Derek Kenny did, and that is put a right angle on this, and I did match the angle on it. So we're gonna rivet this angle gets riveted to here, and then we just put screws in here, so when it's time to take this out, we just pull the 3 screws, and then the whole thing just comes out. So we'll work on that a little more. I did have to bend this angle out on this to match the angle from the floor to the kick panel, but yeah, we're working away at it. A really gorgeous day today. A little breezy. It was kind of chilly this morning, but that turned out really nice, and boy, the view is just getting better here, isn't it? We got heavy equipment out here now. I'm guessing they're probably going to be getting ready to dig up for the foundation for this, the next hangar that's going to be going in right behind us here. Okay, we are wrapped up for today, and we did get both of these, both the kick panels fit up, and just got those clecoed in for right now. We're not going to rivet those together just yet because we're going to end up painting those, but we've got that fitted in there. And so next on the agenda is going to be, there's a little tunnel that covers up these rudder cables and rudder returns. So we're going to start working on that tomorrow and take a look and see what needs to be done with that. So, alright everybody, thanks for watching the videos. Have a good evening, and that is it for now.